Peninsula Studio Trail is a group of artists. I think we've been going now 10 or 12 years.
Collection of people who work in different genres and a very diverse lot of artisans who live down here on the Mornington Peninsula.
You know, we're not just talking about painting and sculpture, we're also talking about jewellery and textiles and all sorts of mediums, as many as you could possibly think of.
I think it's great, the quality, the range of artists in the group is really wide. Everyone's got different perspectives on things. Sculptors, painters, ceramicists, potters, you know, people working with metal and things like that. So to me that's great, that's what it should be.
All of the artists on our group are just so talented, but in so many different ways. Like anything, you can appreciate other people's, how clever they are in their field.
Everybody is so different. You're not stuck in your own little cocoon. It's nice to be exposed to other cocoons.
And the people are all like-minded artists, and yet their work all varies hugely. But I love seeing what they do.
You add a whole lot of creative people together, you get more creative ideas.
To me, that's critical. You learn from other artists because they can always bring something else that you weren't considering, and that's often the case. In terms of actually moving forward as an artist, then I think you do need the people who are a bit more straightforward with you.
Been out and done some studio visits, and some of the artists have also come here, and it's been great, yeah, just to see what other people are doing and also to hear about exhibition opportunities where people are selling their art and all that sort of thing.
Yes, we did have a really good show the other week, and it's really good to sort of, you know, combine with the artists, and we're all diverse, and you really, that sort of gives you inspiration too. Seeing other creative people and talking to other creative people is good.
Having that connection with the group also offers you other avenues to grow and solve problems. It's a bit like a group mentorship, I suppose.
I'm interacting more with artists, and I'm getting to know more about where to go and what to do, and I'm thinking about art slightly differently as a business.
I love seeing people's spaces. I love seeing where people work.
There's a real appreciation for what other people do and what they can achieve.
Interesting things going on. There's some very interesting work going on. That really is inspiring. It lifts you up.
You just find yourself full of energy and can't wait to get back to your studio and do something, and it's really contagious, I suppose.
I want to know what I have to offer, and maybe being in the Peninsula Studio Show is part of that too, testing that waters. If I've put my work out in the public, I don't hear what people are saying, but if they're walking in the door in this studio, you're probably going to get a sense.
To join the Studio Trail, firstly you've got to have a studio. You don't have to be a full-time artist. We have now an application process which you fill in. You supply us with 6 to 8 images of your work, an artist statement. Try not to be too critical because it's more than just about art, it's about enthusiasm, wanting to contribute and being part of the group as well. But it's more about connecting with other artists. There's other things you get out of it, you know, belonging to that artistic community.
Well, I only moved down the peninsula under 2 years ago, and I was obviously pretty keen to make connections with other people that were in the art sort of community.
Yeah, I just sought them out because I thought coming down here, I really only knew a few people. I thought it'd be a good way to connect with other artists, and also a good way to be seen down on the peninsula as well.
The artists down here are part of the economy. The peninsula itself is a destination, holiday destination place, and having artists down here brings tourists down.
It's so beautiful, and the community is fantastic. The community around here is just very, very special.
Love the enthusiasm that we've gained, particularly I think as the Shire has come on board.
with appreciation of what we're trying to do, and also the local galleries, more interested in our Peninsula Trail.
It's lovely actually to be part of a group that's all working towards lifting the recognition of artists in this part of the world.
Oh, the potential on the peninsula for tourism, for arts, is huge. Council has recently, in the last few years, has now got an arts arm, and they're actively pursuing that and creating opportunity. But you know, I can see big arts festivals which are starting to happen down here.
The harder and crueler the world gets, the more it's essential that we keep our art and culture alive. I'm really passionate about supporting the arts and our culture, because that's what gets us through.
If there was no art in the community, imagine what it'd be like. No dancers, no musicians, no beautifully designed buildings, no nicely designed things in your house, no artwork, nothing to spark people's imagination.